Again, thank you, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor. For me, this is evidence-based, and that's what gives me joy, that it is done and executed by a Nigerian and for Nigerians' use. There's so much history in these projects, and I'm sure posterity will be kind to all those who have executed it. We are moving on, and we are going straight to the traditional institution. Our traditional institution has and will remain the institution that has become a rallying point for our development in Nigeria. So on your behalf, I'd like to invite the Ojora of Ijora and Igomo Kingdom, His Royal Highness Oba Abdul Fatai Aromire, who is here today, I'm sure to give blessings to this road that his subjects will continue to enjoy. Akpabio, can we all welcome him royally as he makes his way to the podium. Thank you so much.
His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Senate President, all other presidents. Well, on behalf of the Lagosian and the Oba of Lagos, and chiefs in Lagos State, we say a big thank you to Mr. President. We have seen, we have saw, we know what Lagos is before. The road are bad. But today, we are happy in Lagos. Particularly we that live in Apapa, we know what the road, the damage would have done for us. But today, we can go freely anywhere in Lagos. And I'm sorry to say this, not only Lagos State, the whole Nigeria, we have witnessed what's going on in Nigeria. That's it. We say a big thank you to Mr. President. The government with him, with his family, his cabinet. Well, let me just use this to thank Alhaji Dangote. Well, it's my tenant. I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir. May God be with each one of you. Thank you. I shall.
We thank Your Royal Highness for that prayer and appreciation shown and made public for the construction and rehabilitation of these roads. At this moment, I'd like to invite the chairperson, CCECC. They are the contractors who actually worked on the Third Mainland Bridge. The chairperson of CCECC, okay, he's coming up, and thank you very much. Your Nigerian outfit looks good on you. Okay.
Your Excellency, Senator President, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Hamzat, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the management of CCECC, I want to express our deep gratitude to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for graciously making our time to attend the commissioning ceremony for the rehabilitation of the iconic Third Mainland Bridge. As we know, the Third Main Bridge is a vital link between the Lagos Island and the mainland. Upon receiving the award letter, we immediately mobilized and worked day and night to minimize the traffic disruptions. Our willingness underscores our dedication to the project's success and confidence in our ability to deliver good results with quality and efficiency. As the guests may also know that CCECC has been operating in Nigeria since 1981, and we have contributed many projects ranging from railways, highways, airports, real estate to free trade zone to Nigeria's infrastructure development. As always, we are actively responding to and supporting to Mr. President's call for renewed hope for Nigeria, which has been instrumental in driving projects like this. Our gratitude also goes to the Honorable Minister, Senator Engineer David Uhama, for his proactivity, and the Governor and Deputy Governor of Lagos State for your unwavering support. Furthermore, I want to thank the people of Lagos for their patience and support throughout this rehabilitation process. Let's celebrate this achievement as a symbol of our collective progress and determination. Together, we are building a bright, more connected future for Lagos and for Nigeria. CCECC is always ready to deliver more excellent projects, and we are eager to participate in more public infrastructure construction in this great land of Nigeria. All the best wishes to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We thank you very much. At this moment, I'm going to call on our own that we're very proud of. His name is synonymous with development in the industrial sector, in the health sector, in food security, name it, that's what he stands for. And what gives us great pride is the fact he's a Nigerian product for Nigerians. On your behalf, Your Excellencies all, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Aliko Dangote, DCON.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by Your Excellency, the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON, the Deputy Speaker, the Speaker, ably represented by the Deputy Speaker. He is also coming on his own, but he's representing the Speaker because the Speaker, I think, is in London. I will shorten this because of time. The host Governor of Lagos, ably represented by the Deputy Governor of Lagos, Excellency Chairman of Governors Forum, and all the governors that are here present with us, the chairman of the party APC, His Excellency Governor Ganduje, the Honorable Minister who is hosting us today, Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Deb Umahi, members of the National Assembly that are here with us, honorable ministers that are here with us, the management board of Dangote Group, and also of High Tech that are here with us, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to stand on the existing protocol. I'm greatly honored and privileged to welcome you all to this auspicious ceremony for the commissioning of this very strategic national infrastructure. This infrastructure we started sometime, I think, beginning late December 2018, but then there were a couple of delays, of which we were given only Section 1 and Section 3, which is up to the toll gate. And then it was later the government realized that the Section 2 that was built by asphalt had actually totally collapsed. So when we were about finishing this one, then we were given the Section 2 to include in what we are doing. So that is why it took a very long time, because some people kept on asking me, but I thought this road was commissioned. No, it was never ever commissioned. Actually, it was never ever been visited by any government official apart from the former Minister of Finance and Minister of Finance, Hajia Zainab Ahmed. She was the one that came on a visit, just because there was so much of noise about the aspect of the road, whether yes, it's good to do concrete road or not good to do concrete road. And we took them, we gave an example of the road that was built in Ghana, that is between Accra and Tema. That road was built by Nkrumah, and the road is still there. And this same road, when the Honorable Minister visited, her special advisor said that no, we have to go and reduce the structure, the design of the road, because it's too much. An aircraft can actually land on the road, and that's the truth. So really, this occasion marks a significant step in the journey towards transforming Nigeria's infrastructure landscape. As we reflect on the progress of Apapa-Oworonshoki Road, we are excited at the significant impact that the road project has actually and will continue to have on the Nigerian industrial ecosystem. The Apapa-Oworonshoki Road is a critical artery that connects various markets to the Nigerian ports and other key economic centers. It is also a major exit route for export and non-oil goods from Nigeria. As you are aware, I don't know, people that used to live in Abuja, 70% of them actually checked out of Apapa. All the people that were living before in Apapa, because it used to take us 2 weeks to get into the port. I know His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, talked about several hours. That is on this Isolo Road. But if you go and check, majority of us actually lost almost our capital in trying to do our businesses. Unfortunately, like a company like ours, we had most of our operations then in the port. And that one now, it was taking us 2 weeks. And that 2 weeks, we calculated it that in 18 months or so, we lost over 60 billion naira in demurrage alone. So that's the reason why we pleaded with the government to come with a very creative decision for us to now go and do something. But as many of us will recall, for several years before the construction, because it's not really, it's reconstruction of the road. It's not refurbishment, it's reconstruction of the road. Commenced, I think we launched it in 2018, but there was a lot of delay, like what I just mentioned earlier on. So the Apapa-Oworonshoki Road was in an extreme poor and suboptimal state, with several failed and collapsed sections and literally death traps. This severely hampered the evacuation of goods and restricted access to markets, paralyzing the shipping and manufacturing industries and disrupting supply chain across the entire economic landscape. The implication was that companies suffered increased logistics costs, which was ultimately passed on to the Nigerian consumer. But I think on our own, what we lost, we couldn't pass all of it to the consumer. We did, of course, some. For the average Nigerian, it also meant significant time lost commuting due to endless hours of traffic of up to 2 weeks to get into the port and also to move around Apapa takes hours, which had a negative impact on the gross productivity and quality of life. This project is a great example of a positive impact that can be achieved when the public collaborates with the private sector, utilizing the visionary framework of the Executive Order 007, Road Infrastructure Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Scheme. The Dangote Group, as a participant, has been able to mobilize capital for the complete reconstruction of the entire 37 kilometers length of Apapa-Oworonshoki Road and its expansion to 10 lanes. If you notice that we have 2 service lanes, 3 main lanes, then a divider, and almost 4 drainages on the road. So that actually makes this road a great road. And I'm sure when His Excellency the Senate President will go and take off the flag on behalf of His Excellency the President, I would like you to look down, Your Excellency, and see the quality of what you have on the ground. So it will eliminate a lot of, because there's a lot of noise on this tax credit, concrete road, so I think it's better that we look at it, and time will tell. In the next 20 years, you'll come back by the grace of God and see that this road is still intact. So this innovative public-private partnership framework has enabled government to provide a vital infrastructure service without going through several budget cycles involving invariable delays in projects delivery and inevitable cost escalations. The scheme also permits recouping of project costs at a modest return on investment by participating private partners, thus enable government to deploy its resources to other uses while providing investment opportunities for the business partners. The Apapa-Oworonshoki Road will be a catalyst for economic development, creating employment opportunities during and after construction. It has also permitted accumulation of experience in building concrete roads across Nigeria. Indeed, given huge cost savings achieved in this project vis-a-vis Nigerian road terrain, it is recommended that the Federal Ministry of Works gives serious consideration to stipulating replacement of Nigeria's asphalt roads network with easier to build and maintain concrete roads with 100% local inputs. The road infrastructure projects are good for the economy. Roads provide access to local communities across the country, leading to increased trade, both domestic and international, allowing for the efficient operations of manufacturing, retail, labor, and housing markets, with multiplier effects across other chains, including services and urban renewal. Concrete roads are by their very nature built to last and eliminate challenges of conventional asphalt roads projects. If you remember, 100% of asphalt that we use in Nigeria is being imported. It's not a local something. So anytime when there's escalation of exchange rate, contractors will come back for escalation, which is normal. So the road also adds an aesthetic appeal to the area, creating a more conducive environment for business activities. The Dangote Group consider it a great privilege to have the opportunity to partner with the federal government of Nigeria under your leadership, Mr. President, in these transformative efforts, reaffirming our commitment to national development and prosperity. While we appreciate the opportunity to participate in this project, we recognize the need to improve the framework to allow its applications to the development of other infrastructure projects on a viable and sustainable basis. It is imperative that the scheme should be revisited to make it a more viable for the private participants. And that's why when you look at it, really, I think apart from us, Dangote, NNPC, Edel Energy, I don't think if there's any private company that has started yet. There are a couple of companies that have actually signed, but when they go in, they will realize what is in it. As it now stands, the recovery of investment and the profitability of the projects are severely constrained by the current arrangement. In this case, I want to make it, I want to really people to know that we have so far been able to recover only 40% of what we have put in, 40% of the cost. That's what we have recovered so far from the tax scheme. 60% will take us up to 2027 before we recovered our money. So really, in essence, when you look at it, it is a CSR. Because when you look at the cost of funds, especially today, there is no way you will do and make money. But yes, even if we don't do the road, we'll end up paying demurrage, especially this road, we'll end up paying demurrage, which is more than the cost of the road. So we are so thankful to the government for allowing us to build the road. In conclusion, I wish to express our sincere appreciation to the federal government of Nigeria for creating this opportunity for a practical public-private partnership involvement in the provision of infrastructural services. We are particularly grateful to His Excellency, Mr. President, for the courageous and bold steps taken to confront head-on the seemingly intractable challenges that have actually impeded the growth of our economy. Definitely, any economy that does not have infrastructure, the growth of that economy will be very, very slow. So we thank Mr. President for focusing on infrastructure, especially roads. We commend you we commend your determined effort to create a business environment that will enable and encourage the private sector to effectively play its role as the engine of growth. We assure Your Excellency of our fullest support and commitment in the journey towards a $1 trillion economy. We will definitely do our own, and we assure you, Mr. President, we will get there if we are given the opportunity. All the businesses will definitely contribute to make sure that Nigeria gets to that $1 trillion mark. It is possible. When myself, I think during President Obasanjo, we went to Vietnam. Actually, the hotel in Vietnam was actually, I couldn't sleep. It was full of mosquitoes. But yesterday, I was discussing with the president of ADB Bank, and he told me that yes, the government of Vietnam announced that their export of last year was actually $208 billion, of which majority of it was food. And I think that's the kind of focus that we should give as a country. I must also extend our deep appreciation to His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos, and the good people of Lagos State for their patience and forbearance during the construction period. Your Excellency, Deputy Governor, please convey our thanks to His Excellency. I wish to also thank the Honorable Minister of Works and the management and staff of the Federal Ministry of Works for their courteous cooperation. I know that the best time to get the minister and his team is on Saturday or Sunday going on inspection. So I don't really look for him in his office. I go and try and check him on the road on weekends to see whether he's there. So I must also thank the chairman and the vice chairman of High-Tech, Mr. Gilbert Shaguri and Roland Shaguri, for the excellent construction which has actually made this road the best road infrastructure in Africa. In closing, I want to thank the board and management and staff of Dangote Industries Limited, especially Mr. DVG Edwin, Mr. Alake, Engineer Awalu, and the rest of our staff. I want to thank you all for honoring us to come down to look for yourselves the road. I'm not really bothered about even the commission, but I want all the dignitaries to look down and see the quality of work that we have here. Thank you very much.
Can we please put our hands together for him? That's not enough. I like the confidence that he executed, and more than anything else, the fact that this is made by Nigerians, for Nigerians, and the sustainability of it is what he has assured us. Thank you very much, Brother Aliko Dangote. This is what we expect. Like General Basanjo will say, give me 10 Aliko Dangotes and I'll move the country. So we're moving on. And we can actually use this to introduce the next speaker, who is, I call him Mr. Walk the Talk. He talks about it, he goes to see the construction, and he makes it work. And this can happen. It can be the benchmark for every minister that our president has so put together. Go to finance is the same, go to health, go to blue economy, and let's come back to where we are, works. I'd like to invite the former governor of Ebonyi State, who did the wonders that we are all part of, we can witness today. Today is the Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer Dr. Nwezi David Umahi, FNSE, FNAT, the man who manages it himself. Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, dear President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, JCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here represented by my brother and leader and in-law, His Excellency, the President of Senate, Senator Akpabio. Let me recognize the Deputy Speaker, who is both representing the Speaker and of course himself too, having been invited. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, our dear host and a very good host, here represented by my colleague, the engineer, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Your Excellency, the National Chairman of our party, our dear Excellency Ganduje. We also have the Chairman of Governors Forum here, the Chairman of APC Governors Forum, my former Chairman of APC, who is the Governor of Yobe State, my brother, the Governor of Katsina State, my brother, the Governor of Ondo State, my brother and leader, the Governor of Ogun State, Your Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, the Chairman of Aliko Dangote Group of Companies, my Permanent Secretary, the Honorable Ministers, not in any particular order, especially the Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, and Minister of Budget and National Planning, and the FCT Minister, the Chairman of CCACC, and the National Assembly members, the SSA to Mr. President, my dear brothers and sisters, pardon me if I've missed the protocol. Let me first thank Mr. President for finding it convenient to be in Lagos to do a number of road commissioning and also flag off of a number of his legacy projects. I'm sorry, our dear senators are here, especially senators from Lagos and the leader of the House of Representatives. Sorry for the mix-up. Let me announce that because we have another function also very important at the Ahmad Bello Way, Mr. President decided to split the function so that the Senate President will do the function of physically commissioning this completed Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota road, which is 36 kilometers by 10 lanes, and then also virtually commission the rehabilitated Tom-Mainland Bridge with additional bridge architecture that are also deployed. Let me say that the Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota road with concrete pavement was started by the administration of President Buhari and they completed in 2024 under the Renewed Hope Agenda administration using the road tax credit. I will not go into the merits of this road, but I was in Lagos. I'm also a Lagosian, and I can't describe the state of the road before this reconstruction better than what Alhaji Aliko did, and of course the Deputy Governor of Lagos State. But I know I was once trapped in that hold up for more than 8 hours. 8 hours, no movement. And that was a very terrible moment because we were all trying to go and catch a flight. And you can imagine the loss, but that loss cannot be compared to what Aliko lost by the reason of that bad road. And so today, we have not just a reconstructed road, but we have a road built on concrete, reinforced concrete. And I want Nigerians to take a look at that technology. It's not just a main road. It's a road that is built to last for more than 50 to 100 years. And if you look at the road, I'm not sure that you will admit any kind of asphalt works in your place because you cannot be sure on the durability of the asphalt road. And so we are celebrating that road today because it was well done and because a new technology that is very suitable to our environment has been introduced. One thing that we don't also know is that we are bound to earn a lot of tax credit because the rate of heat emission by the reason of the use of concrete road is quite very low compared to that asphalt. And the climate change policy is such that we earn tax credit by the reason of that. There are so many advantages on the use of concrete. But the truth is that when we came on board, the cost of bitumen, which is used in making asphalt, was 650,000. As at January this year, it rose to 1.1 million per ton. As at yesterday, it rose to 1.4 million per ton. And of course, Alhaji Aliko said it's normal to come for variation, but it's not normal for Ministry of Works. So for us, it's a fight. And that's why we want our contractors to migrate to concrete road technology, which they have been fighting, but they have also not agreed that they will not be coming for variation, which is a huge problem for us. So today, the Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota is fully completed, and we also deployed solar light, which is another milestone in claiming tax credit. And so we're very happy, and we commend Mr. President. Let me say something, that the concrete technology did not start in my state, but I can say that our state was the first in 1950 to do concrete road at the famous Niger Seine. But the person that brought concrete road to bear is still President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When he used that technology, many of us do not know that interlocking concrete ties is also another form of concrete road. And he deployed it massively. A lot of them are still there even when he has left office, in all the VI roads. And this is very wonderful to know. So let me commend the Dangote group very, very highly. I don't want to go into the politics of tax credits, but I believe in tax credits. And I'm happy that Our two headmasters are here, the Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy and Budget Planning. I saw them clapping, which means that they have bought into the concrete road tax credit. I'm very happy to see that. And I insist that we have to run the numbers, and so that we can publicly debate the merits and demerits of road tax credit, if it has to be done and done properly like we did here. And I must commend the high-tech company for a very beautiful job. I think they should be, no any other one can compete when it comes to reinforced concrete technology. And so the partnership with Aliko Dangote, where all the cements are supplied, I saw them at the coastal road. We're going to talk about it. We designed for 275 millimeter thick, but they're doing for 285. I told them I would not pay for the extra, but I think it's because Aliko is supplying all the cement, so that's why they're giving us extra. So I want to thank them too much and very highly for their commitment in development of this country. And to the Third Mainland Bridge, which we are going to commission virtually, it's not just a rehabilitation. We did quite more than rehabilitation. All the expansion joints had given way, and they transmitted load directly to the bearing, and the bearing under now gave way. So, and the giving way of the bearing was that some of the sections, the slabs deflected. We will come to that. And so we had to replace all the expansion joints like the Deputy Governor of Lagos noted. And we also noticed that over the years, that project was initiated and started by the Shehu Shagari administration in 1976. And then the last section completed by the Babangida administration in 1980. And 34 years running, all the maintenance given to that bridge is only on the surface. And what kind of surface was being done is to load, asphalt on top of the existing asphalt. And that created a lot of super elevation and a lot of potholes, and then increased the dead load on the bridge, resulting to also increase deflection. Today, we had to mill out the entire dead load of it, which is between 6 inches and 12 inches. We milled them completely out with the ingenuity of CCECC. And I'm sure they're very happy, but it was worth for them to start without money. But today they're happy because of the good job they did. And so we removed the dead load. And that bridge was designed to have 2 inches dead load of asphalt, and that's what we deployed. And then we changed all the expansion joints, and then we also deployed solar light. We repainted and we marked, and we also put exotic lights on the floor, so that when you pass there in the night, you can breathe very well. But that is just the first phase of that job. Let me say that 2 months ago, I went through the underwater with the coordinating minister of the economy, and he was shocked to see the level of deterioration of the infrastructure of Third Mainland Bridge below the water or below the deck. And of course, the segments that deteriorated are the pie caps, the piers, and then the pies underwater. And I'm happy to announce that Mr. President, as the chairman of FEC, banned nationwide any form of excavation of sand or mining of sand 10 kilometers downstream of any bridge and the upstream of any bridge. So if you are going to excavate for any sand, it has to be 10 kilometers away. Because when you do that excavation, maybe in 5 kilometers, there is undercurrent movement that tends to take sand, because all our piles, within these bridges are done through skin friction, piling. And so the more you excavate the sand, the more the sand, the piles, get weaker. And so we'll be coming to do that. We've deployed the Sesecon of Isecon in Italy and Julius Berger. Berger is presently working 65 billion contract to remedy the pie caps and the piers, and both for Kata Bridge, Ido Bridge, and Third Mainland Bridge. We're also working in Murtala Mohammed Bridge and a couple of other bridges to check the integrity of the bridges. But definitely, Kata Bridge, Murtala Mohammed Bridge, and Third Mainland Bridge, they need very urgent attention. And I'm happy that the planning minister is here, Minister of Finance is here, and to cap it up, the Chief of the National Assembly is also here. So I am also using the opportunity to report that urgent attention is very much needed. So it's my pleasure, Mr. President. Why I invited you, but let me thank you very, very much. I find it very easy, together with my PAM Secretary and staff of Ministry of Works, to initiate a number of policies that are driving the Ministry of Works so that we can have value for our money, and then also ensure that contractors, will stop playing with us. It takes a man like you for us to give this fight, because you have given us all the support, because we are passing through the train that you have passed through. And so it's very easy. You understand the language that we speak. So it's my pleasure to thank you for finding it convenient to be here and represented by the Senate President. And I humbly invite you, Mr. Representative of the President, to deliver your speech, and then we step out there to commission the roads built on concrete, and then virtually commission the rehabilitated Third Mainland Bridge. Let me also announce that all the dignitaries here are invited. We will start the flag off of the legacy project of Mr. President by 3:30 at Ahmadu Bello Way. And please, you are all invited and to be seated about 3:30. Mr. President, you are invited. Thank you very much.
Please be seated. Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, representing the Speaker, our dear brother Tajuddin Abbas, and also here in person, representing His Excellency, the Deputy Speaker, Ben Kalu. Your Excellencies, one, the Chairman of Nigeria Governors Forum and Governor of Kwara State, the Chairman of APC Governors Forum and Governor of Imo State, the former Chairman of our party and Governor of Yobe State, the Governor of Sokoto State, the Governor of Ondo State, and the Governor of my sister state to Lagos, Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota, the Governor of Ogun State, of course, the Deputy Governor of Lagos, representing His Excellency Sanwo-Olu, and also here in person, Your Excellencies, the distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Mr. President Senator, and also the other Senator Abiru, members of the National Assembly, I've seen Benson, and of course, the chairman of a great party, Governor Ganduje. I'm sure you are very proud of the work being done by your government, the APC government in Nigeria. The other governors who are represented here, my brother, the former Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau and his delegation, the leader of the House, and of course the leaders of the National Assembly in general, the honorable ministers, starting with the coordinating minister of the economy and Minister of Finance, Walaidu, and of course my brother, the Minister of Blue Economy, the Minister of National Planning, the Minister of Special Duties, and of course the baby of the administration. And we decided to loan him from the National Assembly, from the Senate, to go and represent us, and he's representing us well. Governor Umahi, doing what he knows how to do best. Infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. The other ministers, the man that I refer to as Mr. Hope, the man that gave hope to the private sector in Africa, the #1 private sector man in Africa, Aliko Dangote. You are #1 in the whole of Africa. Even this initiative came because of your suffering. That is why this initiative came, this public-private partnership that has worked wonders and produced results today. May Almighty Allah continue to keep you and protect you for us. Amen. Your Royal Majesties, the KBSs who are here in their numbers, the White Cap Chiefs of Lagos and beyond, the other ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished invited guests, and of course the technology giants, Dangote Group, as well as High Tech, and of course CCECC Construction Company, and all others. It's a great privilege for me to be here today to witness this momentous occasion, an occasion of what I may regard as a drive-through. Some people may not want us to use the word commissioning, as the Deputy Governor of Lagos pointed out. So I would rather say the drive-through of the completed public-private partnership, reconstructed, reinforced, and very well done road, all the way from Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota Expressway, and of course the rehabilitated Third Mainland Bridge, with all the engineering language used by the Minister of Works. This for me is a great feat by any standard. Yes, from here we will join Mr. President as he flags off the coastal road, about 700 kilometers, all the way from Lagos through to Calabar, all for Nigeria. And also the other roads that we are going to commission virtually. So let me start by congratulating the Ministry of Works under my brother Dave Umahi for doing a very difficult job well. Congratulations. I listened to the things you said about the amount of work, the inches of asphalt, the inches of cement, the concrete drains, and everything. And I also listened to the fact that this project started way back in 2018. But of course, slowly by slowly, it is completed under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I thought we should clap for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is not only in Lagos that these things are happening. I just came from Abuja, and of course when I passed through Abuja, my senators who are here, Senator Abiru and others, even the Benson, House of Reps and Wahab, you would be surprised when you go back to Abuja. As you are entering from the villa, going into Asokoro, you see where they used to call AYA. You will not recognize it. The flyover there is totally completed and ready for commissioning. It's amazing the amount of work also being done in that direction. So this is a government that promised Nigeria the renewal of hope. And that is what we are witnessing today. Hope renewed, not just for Lagos, but for the whole of this country. It will interest some of those who are not from Lagos to know that Lagos is the cradle of the entirety of all the tribes of Nigeria. In Lagos, there is no tribe that is not represented here. And Lagos is not only welcoming, Lagos is also the seat of major empowerment. Lagos is also the only city in the whole of West Africa that any child that comes from anywhere is sure to have employment opportunities. Many of us here came from Lagos. Lagos welcomes all of us, and Lagos must not be neglected. So I want to thank Aliko Dangote and High Tech for the fact that they took up this job. It's not just because the government was willing to partner with the private sector. It is the fact that they were willing to take on the job and also bring one of the best construction companies that we can also say is local in nature, high tech, and they have done such a wonderful job. So I will say congratulations to all of us. Mr. President is very pleased, and he is happy that the Senate President, with all the governors seated here, are going to undertake a drive-through. We are going to undertake a major drive-through of this expressway. I also have personal experience of this Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota. I had been trapped there so many times for hours. So what I'm seeing now is like the 10th wonder of the world. So we must congratulate ourselves as Nigerians. Then the third mainland bridge is brimming. I listened to the minister. It is now that I can understand actually the nature of work being done there. From not just the aspect of the asphalt, not just the fencing, but the major concrete work as well as the iron work, the rods under the ground that you had to do in order to protect that bridge for the next 50 years. So I would say congratulations to the ministry. Nothing to add than to say yes, this is just the beginning of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And I must thank the governors for keying into the President's agenda. Almost all the APC governors are performing wonders in their various states with meager resources. So I must thank them. They are here and they will invite us one after the other to come down to their states and also commission projects. So the chairman of APC, you must be very proud of your team, both at the national level and also at the subnational levels. So ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore a great privilege for me as the chairman of the National Assembly to now move forward, unveil the flag, and then take all the dignitaries along, and then undertake the major drive-through of this fantastic completed project. It is also historic that it is under the former governor of Lagos State, the man that started and laid the foundation for major infrastructure of Lagos, as president of Nigeria, that these projects, not just one, are completed. And shortly after this, we'll move over together to go and also do the ground-breaking ceremony for the major, in fact, never seen in Africa. Another set of maybe 5, 6, 8, 9 to 10 coastal road projects that will go around the coastal communities and give opportunity for the roads that we have done now to rest from major widths. Because a lot of people are going to take that side, there will not traffic, nothing. And then the cities will now be reduced in terms of traffic flow. So congratulations to the Ministry of Works. Governor Umahi, you've done well. Minister Umahi, you've done very well. No longer Governor Umahi. And then the people of Lagos, I must thank you for the cooperation. Because if we are disturbing the contractors, what we are seeing here today will not happen. Therefore, on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria, I want to now invite all of us to go over to unveil the flag and commence the drive-through of these projects. In the name of Almighty God. Can we say amen?
Your Excellencies all, very, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our royal fathers, May I please request that you make way for our royal fathers to be part of this ceremony. Please make way for our royal fathers to be part of this ceremony. We thank you all. The rest of us will remain here while this is carried out outside.
Just
The distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria, it's a great privilege to unveil this flag signaling the major commencement of this reconstruction that has been completed. Federal Ministry of Works reconstructed Apapa-Oworonshoki-Ojota Expressway Lagos today by His Excellency the President of our dear country, represented by the Senate President and all the dignitaries here, to undertake the walkthrough of both the Oshodi Apapa-Oworonshoki Road and also virtually commissioned the completed and rehabilitated Third Mainland Bridge. We do so to the glory of God and for the benefit of mankind. And in line with the agenda of Mr. President, the renewed hope. This will give hope to Nigerians, reducing stress and improving the lot and the economic fortunes of our people. In the name of Almighty God. And I say, inshallah.
we have boats for some dignitaries. We pass through here and get over to the other lane. So those who would like to join us in the bus, please come over. We drive to the Coastal Road. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finish. Mute. Mute.